Is this water?
Flashing. Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Oh, there it was again. Again. Flashing. No! Yay! Come on, you know that's you. Come on, Flasher.
Thank you. I saw it on the camera.
You want to be flashed again? No!
Yeah! There's so much movement right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You just gotta stay positive. I was like all day, I was like, it's gonna be clear when we're out there. I know it is. There's a plane, people. Yeah, do something around the plane. I've recorded a lot of stuff around planes before. Oh, there's one coming in by the plane right now. It's literally about to cross. It just flew right by the plane. Oh. I just recorded that, yeah. It just came in and came. Oh, I just pulsed again. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, whoa. Thank you so much.
Guys, I just want to say on behalf of Colorado Stargazing 369, Lights Over Loveland, and myself, we are so thankful that you guys came out to our event. From the bottom of our hearts, we hope to at least give you guys a fun night, have a good way of getting some community, spend the time together. We know you guys could be anywhere on a Saturday night. You know, hopefully Mother Nature's gonna work with us here. I actually have a guy named Jesus, the Rising Sun. He's on TikTok, he can affect the weather. I mean, a few of us have actually met him in person, and I actually texted him like, dude, can you just try to get us a window of opening? We just need a little bit of time for an opening just to get a clear sky, and you know, hopefully we'll get that tonight, and if not, I can go for 6 hours of psychic training, guys. I'm just saying, I'm ready, we're geared up. I got my team here, and man, I just want to say once again on behalf of myself, you know, Dave and Kari, Justin, my whole team with Brandy and Cheryl and everything that we, you know, come with, we just wanted to say, you know, take this opportunity to say thank you. Thank you to 1000 Blindfolds for helping us put this on so we're not just eating it. And this is our coolest event yet. Look at this garage, guys. We made the set. It looks amazing. And on that note, I want to introduce you to the heart and soul. I got Justin.
So my name is Justin Peretti, and the whole reason I'm here right now to talk to you guys started as a joke. So back in August 2023, the first congressional hearing on UAP was going to take place, and me and my friend Daniel, who's here today, were watching a bunch of TikToks about the hearing and people talking about aliens and the phenomenon. And I believe there was some interesting things going on in Las Vegas with some police body cam footage that was recorded. But that night I went home and told my wife as a joke that I was gonna go outside and look for the aliens. Now, I was completely open to see if there was gonna be anything out there. And what I went outside and experienced was this orb phenomenon that just sparked this curiosity off of me where I had to know what it was. So, like Mike, I also bought some night vision binoculars off Amazon, and I started going out every single night trying to document when I could. And May 4th, 2024, I experienced this crazy triangle craft, or orbs. To me, it looked like a formation of orbs, which I can show the video after this presentation. But this experience forever changed the knowing in me that this wasn't satellites, it was something different. So for this experience, I was outside sky watching. I went out every single night when I got my binoculars, because like I said, I was hooked on this. And I was actually looking southeast towards Denver. I live in Loveland. And I heard this crazy noise to my northeast of me. And the best way I can describe it is a spring doorstop with like electricity through it. So it was like this joing kind of like noise. So I heard this noise and it made me look up, and there was this formation of orbs in the triangle. I had my binoculars, I freaked out, hit record right away. And what I noticed as this formation was flying, there's actually another orb locked in with this formation, and they were flying north across the sky. So that gave me the knowing that, okay, this isn't satellites. I really don't know what it is, but it set me on this journey of learning about the spiritual side of this phenomenon. So I'm an Air Force veteran. I served 6 years. My job was munitions, so I actually built bombs for the B-1 bomber for a living. And halfway through my enlistment, I realized that's not what I wanted to do. So I went through a lot of depression and stuff like that through that situation. But now, when I look back at all these things that I went through, I realize these were all things I had to go through to become the person I am today, who's here speaking in front of all of you. I hate public speaking. I'm an introvert. I'm the quietest person that you've ever known. And this experience was so powerful that I had to share it, and I have to continue to share it. So I created my page, Lights Over Loveland, in March 2024. And it's just been this journey. So it started out with me trying to figure out what this phenomenon was. Now, me and my friend Daniel, we learned about the Monroe Institute. And the Monroe Institute is this institute that studies consciousness. And there's this guy named Robert Monroe who founded this institution. And when he was 58 years old, he started experiencing out-of-body experiences spontaneously. So I started learning about his experience, and it just seemed so authentic and real, and he was just documenting what was going on. He didn't look at it through a religious context or anything like that. He was really just trying to study it scientifically. So that's kind of the same approach I take with this phenomenon, but it got me to start learning about meditation, and I started looking within, which really was the game changer for this phenomenon. For me, I believe that this is a connection with the mind. I think we could possibly be connecting with like a piece of our higher consciousness, could even be our ancestors on the other side. I don't claim to know what it is. I just know that when I have the experiences with it, it's been very loving, fun, childlike, exciting. So I started documenting the phenomenon as much as I could. These are actually single frame images from videos that I recorded out here at our events. And then here's the triangle that I recorded with that fourth one there. So I'll show the video afterwards. So I just started documenting. When I started my page, it was all Skywatch footage. I was doing it very scientific, like I said, military dude. Military date, time, just the observation, what I experienced. I did that for a few months and realized no one's gonna watch these videos. These are terrible. Like, there's no personality. Like, what is this? So I started doing voiceovers, talking over my videos to give people context of what they were looking at. And it's continued to grow and evolve to where I wanted to build a community, and I wanted to share these experiences with other people and see if they were experiencing the same thing as well. Because what I found out was when I was posting online, there's actually a community of people all experiencing this phenomenon, just looking for answers. So I was doing that, posting those Skywatch videos for a while, and at the end of last year, I decided I've recorded some crazy videos. I have a video called The Phenomenon on YouTube that I posted, which is some of my craziest videos. And when I made that video, I was thinking within, I was like, this should be enough to convince any skeptic that at least something's going on. And I was still getting those skeptical remarks. So I was wondering, how can I get through to that person? So it set me on this path of teaching people knowledge instead of just showing them this footage. I started trying to learn how can I show people the phenomenon through different religious lenses, different spiritual ways to look at the phenomenon, how to remove all these different labels and stuff like that and just look at the core idea, which led to me creating my podcast, Beyond the Lights, in January this year. So I have video episodes available on Spotify and YouTube. I'm also on Apple and Amazon, but it's audio only. But I now talk to a variety of people such as Ryan, consciousness trainers. I've talked to fellow experiencers. I've talked to fellow military veterans who've had UAP experiences in combat zones, and really just trying to deep dive and get into this phenomenon. What is it? And through doing that, it really led me to realizing that this phenomenon seems to have to do all with us. And it's really about going within and connecting with that love inside of yourself. So Ryan and I just went to Psi Games a week or two ago, which is a competition for people to demonstrate their psychic abilities. And after that competition, we were both blessed to go on a Skywatch with Jordan Jozak, who is actually a psionic asset who worked with Skywatcher. And now a psionic asset is someone who goes out and connects with the phenomenon through consciousness, through meditation. So he did this with the government, trying to bring in UAPs. But the crazy thing about going to the Skywatch with him is I realized he really tries to connect in that same way that I do. It's really about connecting with love. And his whole process was a 30-minute binaural beat meditation that we all participated in. And we were all focusing on bringing in this green, loving energy into your heart, letting it flow through your body, and then projecting that green, loving energy back out and just being open to whatever may respond. So, like I said, I've talked to fellow veterans, experiencers, shamanic practitioners, Monroe Institute alumni, and some remote viewers and intuitive guides, just really trying to study what this phenomenon is. So I post all over the place. I'm on basically every social, but you can find all my videos on YouTube. You can find my podcast on YouTube and Spotify for the video episodes, like I said. I also post short form content on Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook, and I also have a Discord that I created that's free for anyone who wants to join, where we can share experiences, footage, stories, and something I've learned through that is you never know when sharing your experience may help someone else on their journey. So I definitely encourage sharing your truth if you can. So this is my breakdown of my progression. So like I said, before 2023, this was not my life. I didn't believe in UFOs. I wasn't into any of this. I was working in a warehouse, packing tools all day long. So, and it's been this evolution to where we are today, which is incredible. And I have a couple different ways that people can help support this journey. So this Skywatch, once again, I just want to say a huge thank you to 1000 Blindfolds. We have literally been paying out of pocket for the last year, all of the costs ourselves. So getting a porta potty, food, all of that, like we've put thousands of our own dollars into this event because we believe in it. We believe in this mission. We believe in sharing it with everyone. And we really want to keep this a free and accessible thing for everyone because to me, disclosure has to do with every single person on this planet. And the sooner that we can all come together and work towards the common goal, I think this planet's going to be better off. So really just working towards a message of truth when you're exploring this phenomenon as well. My big thing is 100% transparency and truth. I show our wins, losses, everything when I'm documenting the Psi trainings, the Skywatches, all of it. So really fully transparent, and we really just want to give everyone that firsthand experience for themselves, because there's no better lesson than doing it for yourself. So I have a link tree where you can find all of my content. That's where you can find my email contact. I have a Venmo if you want to help donate and contribute to Lights Over Loveland and help support, because camera equipment is very expensive. I've put thousands of dollars into upgrading equipment and really just to try to document this the best I can. You can find all my socials, the podcast, everything is on that QR code. And then something fun I thought for this event was I want to encourage people to take pictures, take videos, and share your experience. We're really trying to grow and evolve this into an event that we can share with more people. So I thought maybe we can do a hashtag Psi and Sky, and you can tag us in our post. We'd love to see the photos. So that's all I got for my presentation, and I'll go ahead and So I can show you guys real quick too, if I get this to go up. So this is my link tree. So you can find my email, Venmo, podcast, merch store, Patreon, Discord, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X, Amazon page, literally everything. So this is the video that literally changed this into being real for me. It's only 18 seconds. Who knew that seconds could literally change your life? So, oh, wait, it's playing on the wrong screen. Hold on. And I'm sorry it's shaky. This is when I was first learning. I didn't have a tripod or anything. And all this is posted on my YouTube, like I said. So if you want to check out my footage, I also have a video I just created this week that is kind of like a highlight reel of our events over the last year. And I also created one of all of our Skywatch footage from out at the ranch over the last year. So definitely check those out. And that's about all I got. So I think with that, we'll hand it over to Ryan.
First off, Psi and Sky. I didn't know that was coming. That's good. Hashtag Psi and Sky. So my name's Ryan Desbien. I'm all over social media now. Guys, for the folks that are the regulars, 2026 Psi Games Champion, we killed it. So at this point, I'm one of the few that can say I'm a returning champ to the first International Psychic Olympics. I would be remiss if I didn't just give a shout out to a certain somebody in the crowd that behind the scenes, nobody knew was helping out in the biggest way. I want to give a shout out to my friend Austin from the bottom of my heart, man. I've not mentioned you on any of the other podcasts. You just hanging out with me, the fast hands, just being able to like express myself and have a person with me through the Psi Games, dude. Justin was there, Brandy was there, but dude, you were there in the moment, and I just wanted to say I appreciate you, man, and thank you so much for being my friend, and you know, and then just everybody that was at Psi Games. I mean, it was just so good. A bunch of this group was at Psi Games. I don't even know where to start because I'm going to get too emotional here, guys. It changed my life again. My son Axel. Well, let me back up. So for all those that don't know, I am. Well, actually, Kari is or Justin. Can you guys get my computer up? I just want to say once again before we get going with the actual presentation, Justin, thank you, man. You being there and being able to document and just your friendship and all of us together. I mean, the three of us have been hanging out, and man, Dave and Kari at Contact in the Desert and hooking it up with the Nerf gun. Man, I just want to say this community and the heart, the way that this community leads with the heart is true, and you'll never find a better group of people. I'm just telling you, this is the true people. And so, my name's Ryan Desbien. I am the 2025 Psi Games Champion as well as the 2026 Psi Games Champion. I won 3 of the 5 games in 2025. I actually only won 1 of the games this year, but I made it count when I needed to. I actually competed in all 4 of the 5 games. The only one I did not make this year was remote viewing. just a little bit. I want you guys to all get involved. I want you guys to have those first-hand experiences. So I'm just going to give you just a little bit more on the backstory, and then we'll jump into it, right? So the Psi Games were the first international psychic Olympics. It was people from all around the world, from Ireland and England and Australia, and a handful of people from Brazil and Cheryl. Anybody else? Canada. Yep, it was. There's a bunch of Canada. How did I forget Canada? So, you know, it was just this place for people that thought that they had just different, you know, sensory ESP abilities could go and actually show it off in front of scientists, in front of military generals, in front of the real deal people. I showed last year, I showed again this year. I did well in Psychokinesis, which is what I won, which I'll give you guys a little bit of demonstration. I even have a similar thing to how they tested it and how we played the game. They did Precognition. I did well, just didn't podium. They did Mindsight. And Mindsight, I want you to guys know, has a special place in my heart. And I have a whole thing that I did to just keep pushing the limit. And I'll get to that in a minute. They did remote viewing. The one game I qualified last year for, but I didn't get to do, and then I didn't qualify this year, but everyone knows it's been here before. We can remote view. Point of the matter being is that there was 5 games, these 5 different categories, and we did amazing again. And defending champion. Through this, we've done Contact in the Desert and these Mindsight demos. We've done these things called intuitive perceptions with the Psi Games, where we help train people from around the world again. I've met so many amazing people. There's just too much to talk about in one little short sitting that's happened in the last year for me. And we're going to Japan in like 2 or 3 weeks to go to the Tokyo Game Show. We're going to England at like in October, I think is what it is, to the Broughton Sanctuary. I'm sure I'm the least classiest person they've ever had in that castle, but we're gonna be looking for ghosts and doing all sorts of stuff, doing, you know, just being me. But I'm just so thankful for all you for listening to all this craziness and about to see all these demonstrations and try to have these firsthand experiences. I did just want to say, just because it's a little bit of a bragging rights, I stayed after the Psi Games just to prove a little bit more to both myself and to the world, you know, a little bit about just how real this stuff is for me. And so I actually stayed an additional 3 days. I can't give a ton of details. What I can tell you is that there was a certain entity that was involved somewhere in here, maybe all over the shirts, that helped do this testing from these scientists from around the world. And this was the second time I've been tested officially by scientists from around the world. The first being in June with Weird Technologies and English scientists, and this latest time right after Psi Games from scientists around the world. Brandy, make sure I'm saying all the stuff I need to do. Justin, you know, just edit it out if I mess it up. But what I can say is I did very well. I got my results back. Actually, it was an amazing moment. Justin and my wife were both on the call where I got my results from the scientist. And just verification, guys. What you guys see up here is real. I'm not trying to magic you, and this is from my heart, and just verification from science as well now twice. So you guys are getting the real deal up here. That all being said, I want you guys to have the experiences. I can talk all day about my experiences, and who cares about my experience? You guys need your experiences. The last thing I want to do before I get into all this stuff that we're all going to do is I do have a human services, mental health, and counseling degree. I actually have an industrial design degree from the Art Institute. I do have a little bit of an education. I'm not just dude and bro. I mean, that's mostly what I am. Oh my gosh, Cheryl, I lost it. So guys, I'm also a professional athlete. I actually raced motorcycles for about 30 years, had national AMA titles. We raced BMX for at least a good 5 years. We literally won everything there was to win, from Gold Cup to Grands to everything. I raced cars. I still hold the fastest time for an all-wheel drive on Las Vegas International Speedway for their actual race circuit. I'm an eclectic dude. I'm all in, I'm all send, right? What I want to do is I want to give you guys a little bit of the experiences yourself, show you guys what I do and what we train to in the Psi Games, right? And so the first thing I want to do with everybody is, do we have a whiteboard, or do we have a couple of whiteboards? Let's do some precog.
Yeah.
Is everyone cool with that?
Wanting people to have the boards?
I think let's just do it. Guys, I love y'all. We're going to use our boards. We're busting out all this stuff. My wife, Brandy, and my trainer, Cheryl, here are going to be walking around. I do ask that you give them back, but you guys are all going to get a bag with a board and a dry erase marker and a pen. I want you guys to all play along. I want you guys to have these firsthand experiences. So what we're going to do first, guys, is we're going to do a little precognition. And there's one thing that we're going to do right even before that, why they start to give out these boards. All right, guys, while they're handing those out, the first thing I want you to do is, so I want everyone to know I'm not the typical psychic. Like, obviously anybody that knows me knows that I'm kind of the Happy Gilmore of the psychic realm. But there is one thing I do want to say, whether it's getting ready to be on a car racing line, you know, in the staging, whether it's motocross and you're all on the gate and you're just trying to contain all these emotions. One thing that does help, no matter how much anxiety you have, no matter what kind of adrenaline junkie you are, breathing helps center you. It helps get you regulated into your body, right? And so just to start off with, guys, I want us to do a 2-minute breath work. I encourage all of you, but once again, we're not trying to bring up any emotions. We're not trying to do anything that would, you know, stir anybody's pot. But what we want to do is we want to work on like trying to think of like happy things as well, kind of having a Tinkerbell moment to fly. I want you guys to think about that moment in your heart where maybe it was something that happened with a kid or in your life, or you just kind of felt that in your heart first. And as you're breathing in, try to fill in that heart space, right, guys? So I don't think there's going to be much sound. So I'm going to talk. There might be a little bit of sound from the computer, but you guys will be able to see the regulation of how you should be breathing in and out on the screen. So if I encourage you all, once again, you don't have to, but you can close your eyes, kind of get comfortable as you breathe in. I'm going to be talking just a little bit too, even though I kind of have an annoying voice. I'll do my best to be less student bro. I encourage you all to kind of sink into your seat, try to become just more aware of your body, what's happening with your eyes closed. So guys, on the count of 3, we're going to go ahead and get going. Go ahead and take those deep breaths, try to center yourself, think of those loving moments, and we'll go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Hold it. Go ahead and exhale. Feel your chest kind of deflate. Kind of hold it at the bottom. Begin to start to breathe in again. Continuing to breathe in if you can. Hold it. Go ahead and start to exhale. When you exhale, kind of let go of those things that are bothering you. Hold. When you breathe in, go ahead and start breathing. Breathe in that like love energy, that happy moment. When you start to exhale, go ahead and let go of those things that are kind of like bothering you right now. Be in the moment, be with the people in this room. We're about to have a bunch of fun. Go ahead and inhale that love, guys. We're going to hold up top. Begin to exhale. Letting go of all that drama in your life. And it's okay to get a little charged up. We're about to have a little bit of fun here, guys. Biggest point being is just let go of the outcomes, whether you have this amazing night or not, whether you think you become the hyper psychic or you just realize that maybe you have a little bit of bad luck at the moment. Doesn't really matter. This is for fun. This is a love environment. So we're going to be breathing in for the last time. Go ahead and begin to exhale, guys, and come back into the moment. Be back into the fun. We are about to have an amazing moment. We are going to show you all that you are all a little bit psychic, if not totally psychic. I want to do precog. Do we want to do cards? We'll leave it up to the group. Group of hands. We can do numbers for precog, or we can do like shapes that are called like Zener cards. They're kind of the Ghostbuster cards. Numbers, Zeners. Zeners. All right, let's do it. I'm going to let you guys roll this part. And you guys can talk too, and I'll just be around so the recording can do it. Cheryl, talk about who you are, what you've done, and what relation you have to all this craziness.
Okay. I'm Cheryl. I've known Ryan since we were 13, so a really long time. And really, the training started like a year and a half ago.
When he found out that he always had these abilities, but when he found out like, oh my God, there's this psychic Olympics and I can actually show this stuff and do this stuff, he was all in. So since then we've been doing trainings at least once a week, and we train with some other people that also competed in the games. He trains a little bit more than that, but at least once a week with the group, which is similar to kind of what we're doing here with you guys today.
So what we're going to be doing here, guys, is we're going to be doing a set of 5 Zeners. So Zener cards, if you guys want to go ahead and take your first little notes on your boards, I'm going to tell you what the Zener cards are. It could be multiple of one shape. It could be all of one shape. It could be any combination of these guys. So it's going to be a circle, a square, water or 3 squiggly lines, and a star. And I believe there's also a plus.
So these are the different options that could come up.
So once again, guys, go ahead and take notes. Put those in the corner just so you guys know what options are going to be available here. You know, most people should be able to get about 2. If you can get 3 or more, you're a little bit more than statistical, you know, chance would have you be, right? So if anybody ends up getting like a 3 or more, when we do these, call them out, be like a bingo, just own it, like have fun with it. This is all for fun, guys. This is just, you know, have fun with it.
And how many rounds?
We're going to do a set of 5 up front. Let's do them up front.
And how many rounds?
Let's see how quick it goes. We'll see how quick each round goes.
Okay, so I would just number like your first round, and then we're setting out 5 cards. So whatever information you're getting of what do you think the order is, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in order, just what do you think is under those cards? Circle, square, water, star, plus. It could be a mix of any of those shapes, and we set out 5.
So go ahead, guys. We won't use a timer, but we're going to give everybody about 15 seconds to go ahead and write down what you think the first round here is going to be. So go ahead and write down your sequence of 5 of the circle, square, water, star, or plus. My 2 cents from the Psi Games is go with your gut. It's usually your first impressions are usually the most. All right, guys, we're going to give it about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cheryl, go ahead and in 2 seconds, no, I'm just kidding with you. Go ahead and take that first one. So our first one is a circle.
Circle, but order you said doesn't matter.
Order does not matter, just accuracy of getting it.
Plus.
Star. Plus.
Star.
Star. Look at that sequence at the end.
You got 4?
4, who got 4?
In the back.
Nice.
You!
So,
Nice.
So what I like to do when I'm tracking myself when I'm practicing is I just put however many out of 5 I got so I can total them up at the end.
So guys, what the goal of this kind of stuff that we're doing is I'm also trying to show people online how they can train to do this themselves and see progression. One thing that's been really cool, but we actually keep stats on all of our folks that we train with for every round, and man, you can see the progression of when you train, right? And so once again, we're just trying to show you guys how you can kind of track progression. Cheryl, go ahead and I would just mix those back in real quick, just so we give it a fair shot again. We do have a shuffler, I believe, unfortunately.
It's out of batteries.
Yeah, it died in transit. It does exist. That is how we do it most of the time, just because we don't want to be magic.
I know how to shuffle, Ryan does not. That's why there's a card shuffler.
It's true.
For him for Christmas is a joke.
Dude, I can't. My big old hands cannot shuffle. All right.
Pause.
All right, first card is up. Second card, third card, fourth card, fifth card. We'll go ahead and give everybody about 15 seconds. Let's do another round of 5. Once again, now you kind of get the idea. I'll be quiet and let everybody think for a second. All right, guys, we'll come back in 3, 2, 1. Cheryl, sound them off.
Square.
Square.
Circle.
Circle.
Square.
Square.
Star.
Star. Plus. 4? 2 4s. Wait, 3 4s. 4. Dude, hold on. Everybody that got that 4, put your hands up so Justin can see. That's nuts. Like, that's pretty legit nuts. You guys, I'm telling you, that sky's going to clear. We're going to get some crazy stuff tonight. So, guys, I want to just give a whole bunch of different ways that everybody can train this. So we're going to do just one more of these. Then I'm going to do another way. Let's do the dice. It's fun. So we're going to do one more of these, and then I'm going to go through just a few of each of the way that we train, just so people can get an idea. So first card, second card, third card, fourth card, fifth card. We'll go ahead and give 15 seconds here, guys. I'll try to stop rambling, believe it or not, and let you guys figure out what you got. Well, somebody needs to get a 5. Somebody get a 5.
Circle, star, plus, squiggly.
All right, guys, we'll go ahead and come back. In 3, 2, 1. Card 1 is plus, water, star, circle,
Square. All 5.
square.
It was all 5.
That's nuts. Who got one of each? Two 5s? Dude, put the hands up for the all 5s, the nail in it. That's sick. Well done, guys. Really?
Nice.
Justin killing it. So guys, I just want to show you guys a little bit of everything. So this is gonna be the appetizer of precog, right? So we're just gonna do a few things of each. Cheryl, let's just keep it real simple. We don't need to bust out 6. Like, let's just do 1. And so guys, a very, very simple way that anybody can do precog. You can roll it. I would always suggest maybe starting with 1 dice, maybe 2 dice, calling out specific numbers, even odds. Let's just do it 3 times, guys. So I would encourage you guys to write down even or odd. That's a very fun way to play this, or calling out a specific number. We're going to roll it 3 times. So but this is precog, so we're not trying. As much as it's precog, we're also trying to influence this thing to do what we want it to do, right? A little bit of micro PK. So I want everybody to write down for three rounds, even, odd, and a specific number. We're going to try to make this dice do what we want, what we're writing down here, guys. So we'll give just a minute or 2 to do it. We're going to let them write down all 3. So we're going to do them back to back to back. So we'll have everybody write down the 3 even odds. I'm just going to say odd, odd, even. Let's just do it.
Okay. I'd like to point out I do not have meat paws. This is not going to be an easy dice to roll.
You don't have the big old hands with the giant dice?
Okay, this is what you're thinking.
Let's do 3, 5, 2.
What?
All right, Cheryl. Let's see what you got. Roll 1. 3. Second roll. 6. All right, third roll. 3.
You got them all? Nice.
Right, dude. Well done. Hold on, dude. You got to go like this. Woo! That's pretty amazing. Good job. Well done. 2 over here.
2? Awesome.
Nice. So guys, we're going to do our last warm-up for precognition. What we're going to be doing next, guys, is very similar to what we did with Zener cards, except we're going to do them in sets of 3. I find that 3 is easier with the amount of variation that can be in these cards. This is a normal deck of playing cards. Anybody that has a normal deck of playing cards can try to do this at home. Once again, we're going to do sets of 3. We're going to call out black or red. And then if we're feeling real spicy with it, we're going to call out a specific suit, a specific number. I call out specials, which would be jacks, really any face card, and aces. So, Brandy, I want you to do it. You won the last 2 precog games that we did.
I beat him the last
She beat me the last 2 times.
I know.
So, Brandy, I want you to precog to also give a demonstration. So, once again, you're going to be calling out in 3 different sets.
Okay, so I'm not going to show it.
Well, show your results at the end so people can understand how to write it. So she's going to figure out for these 3 cards, are they red or black? Is there a specific suit and a number, or are they specials being face cards or aces? Brandy, once you have...
Usually, if you're just starting, I will say
Just
do
do
the
black
color.
or red. That's what I'm doing. Make it
Ryan
easy.
does a lot of stuff, and he's been doing it a while. Just do, is it black or is it red?
Ryan's writing the expert line.
It is. It's true. It's true. So Cheryl, I'm going to let you take it over, dude. Let's see it. Let's do the black or red.
Okay, so does everyone have their 3?
Not yet.
Okay.
No problem.
Yes? Good? Okay. So again, does not matter order, just like the Zener cards. It's how we do it for precog. So it's red, red, red. So 3 reds.
Do this do, if anybody did it specific. Red, ace, heart. Red, 2 heart. Red, diamond, 10. All right, we're gonna do this one more time.
Shuffled back in. We usually don't.
You can just leave them out. We're doing rapid fire. We'll move on to the next thing.
A card counter.
Yeah, don't count the cards right now.
Okay. There's 3 more.
Next 3 are up. Oh, Brandy's getting saucy this time. I can feel it. All right, does everybody got their answers? All right, let's send it. We have a Jack heart red, a Jack clubs black, and a 10 clubs black. Did anybody get 2 blacks and a red, 2 jacks? Oh, 2 blacks and a red, 2 blacks and a red. You. Nice.
I cannot draw a club, okay?
That is what he does too.
Yeah.
And a 10.
Hey, clubs are hard.
Okay.
All right.
Colors, right?
All right.
All right, guys, we'll do one more round of these.
Oh. Yeah.
Just one more round of these.
Well, then I have to shuffle.
And then we'll jump into, man, everybody loves remote viewing. We got to do remote viewing next. That's the best one.
Next 3 are up.
All right, guys, we'll go ahead. Show's going to go ahead and flip the cards. We have a red.
3 reds.
3 red. Red heart 5, red 3 heart, red diamond 4. Anybody do well on that one?
2.
You!
Only the colors.
All right, guys, so just so everybody can understand, precognition is so easy to train, and that's the base of what we did with everything with the Psi Games. If you just know and have an idea how things are going to happen, then you can use anything else that comes in extrasensory wise to kind of help increase the likelihood of those answers. I just want to talk about Mindsight. Mindsight's kind of a hard one to do a big group training that doesn't take a lot of time. For most folks, it takes a lot of training to get into. I do want to do a really quick demonstration and talk about what I got all this stuff behind me. So Mindsight is what we might call extraocular vision. Some people might also call it minimum light perception vision. And basically what it was is it was one of the categories for the Psi Games. And so what it has traditionally been used the last 2 years in the Psi Games is they used what was called the Mindfold. And so the Mindfold is this kind of branded blackout mask that uses compression foam, a big, thick plastic front, and that's what we have been using for the Psi Games. In addition to that, I train with these patches that you can get from Amazon. They actually have a plastic in the middle with about a 1/2 inch of sealer around the outside. I will block my vision with these guys, maybe in addition to wearing the Mindfold. But to be honest with you guys, that wasn't enough for the skeptics. That wasn't enough for my haters. That wasn't enough for the scientists. So since then, I have graduated to what I lovingly call the Batman mask. So the Batman mask is a much, much thicker material. It's kind of almost like a foam. But you can all see there's 2 layers now. And so the inner layer is actually squishier, so it actually seals twice to your eyes. You then have a black fabric with a plastic, but so people can see there's actually a plastic layer on the inside as well. I can assure you, all 3 of us have tried this mask. This is a no-joke mask. Yeah. There's no visual into this. There's no light. Still not enough for the haters.
But everybody can do this. It came way easier to Ryan than it did to me. In fact, I'm going to gloat a little bit because I just had what we call in Mindsight or minimal light perception, my windows opening. So if you are trying this out for the first time, and you are welcome to try on our masks just so you can see, like you can't see anything. So you'll put the mask on.
I'm gonna do this.
And you just spend some time in there. Everybody trains a little bit differently. Some people use flashlights. Some people go out and sit in the sun. I've been training with him forever, it seems like. And finally, after 6 months, when I found out I might have to compete on the stage at the Psi Games because I was an alternate.
First off, shout out to Brandy for testing into the Psi Games. It's not just a you show up and you're able to compete. The Psi Games, you actually, I think it was by February, you had to have your actual application in. You had to have your testing done by March. Once again, that's how you actually get into the Psi Games, is through testing. And at the very end, we'll talk about Psi Games Online and a few other ways that you guys can try to test into it next year if you choose.
So when your windows open up, just because I want you to know what I'm talking about. the way I tested in was because when they open up, everybody's open in a different place. For him, it was the back of his head when his windows first open up. And if you see any of our social media, our garage was crazy with stuff everywhere. And we happen to have this Beetlejuice head up on the ceiling. And so when his first opened, he was like, oh, I see Beetlejuice, you know, and he's grabbing a card and putting it behind and telling us whatever it is, the Zener. My son Axel, who's running around here, he can also do it. And for some reason, his windows open straight ahead. When I have been working on it, like I said, it's taken me like 6 months. Mine have opened in my peripherals. So what you start, yours too? So what you start seeing is just like a light, and you know it's blackout when you first put it on, and you start seeing like a foggy headlight. That's the only way I can describe it. And that's why you start with colors. So I was able to test in because I could do the colors, but I couldn't see the fine-tuned things. And when I found out, oh my gosh, I may have to go compete on stage, like I got to get this on lock. We were actually just at the Psi Games like 2 weeks ago, and my windows finally opened up, and I was like, oh, I think I need a new mask. This one has a hole. You know, I was convinced that, oh my God, this is not it. And since then, I've kind of figured out, and you will over time. It's like anything, you get better the more you practice. So it just then becomes kind of like you're looking through a periscope, and you can focus it in. So I can read now. Not really fine print stuff. I can see the Zeners. My teammate Brian is here with his wife, and I did a little demonstration with my other teacher friends, and they were just like, no way, you're crazy. So it is something everybody can do, and it just is a matter of putting in the time and effort.
Yeah, Marshall, I'll Brandy do it. So guys, I want to be honest with you. I'm the X Games psychic. I am a dude that sends ramps. We literally have a freestyle ramp in our backyard, like a metal full-on ramp. I'm always wanting to push the limits, you know, and honestly, I want to put down haters and be the dude. I want to be the dude for 2027 that can come out, show, and just prove to everybody that everything that we say up here is as authentic as it can be. And you know, at Contact in the Desert, it wasn't anything directed at me, but it inspired me. Chris Ramsey talked some smack on Mindsight, and ever since then, I've been motivated, and I've been channeling another way to help prove this ability through Mindsight. Once again, I proved it with the scientists. I won't give all the details, but they had different levels, and I was one of the few people that went through all of the levels. I was very successful at all the levels. And what I can tell you is the hardest version was basically no visuals, no sensory, right? And just knowing, right? And so what I've done to help emulate that the best I can in person is I've created the Monstrous Nightmare Mindsight mask, or minimum light perception mask. Brandy, can you just, nicely show everybody what it is? So what these are these minimum light perception masks. They're basically work masks that have been painted. I basically just want everyone to kind of see what they are. Basically, the goal with this and where the scientists are really wanting me to go is being able to do it without any sort of sensory input, right? Basically just knowing. Really, Mindsight is this kind of bigger example of just our ESP abilities, right? Dowsing is just a bigger, whether it's using dowsing rods or pendulums, it's just more of an extension of ourselves, right? Being able to know what we know. And so I'm not only going to be training the Psi Games, I now have a side quest of training for these scientists. So I just want to show everybody a little bit of the what we do with the Mindsight mask. I will say one more thing. I have a new cool version as well. Once again, it's got the flat black on the inside. These are actually sunglasses you could put on. So as long as the target was somewhere between your chest and the top of your head, it wouldn't matter if you could see out the sides. It's blackout. Still does the same purpose of what we're doing. This is the breathable version. So I'm just going to jump into this big boy while Brandy walks around and can see the mask. I'm a dirt bike guy. I would say this is now the 125. The Batman mask is maybe a 350, and this is the big 450. So if I don't get them all correct, please bear with me, because this is pretty much precognition.
You did it on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
You can do it.
All right, guys. So Cheryl, I'm going to try to talk as loud as I can. I do want to do it where I still get some sort of a tactile. Can you go around and show Justin and anybody around before I touch the cards. That there's no braille, there's nothing that indicates the cards, but I do want to be able to touch them. Oh, and I just want to show everybody too, there's actually a few different prototypes of this mask. So the original one was gold. I just want to show everybody the progression so you guys can kind of see like why I've kind of done the things I did. So the original like Mark I version was all gold inside. We actually then went to trying to implement the visual blockage from the inside. I think there's one in here that actually has the sealing rings as well. I'm going to go ahead and jump in real quick, and then you just showed everybody the cards, right? Yep. So once again, I'm going to just use an all chrome one. It's just painted with chrome, and I think this one's just chrome. It has the filter in the bottom, so you can't see through the bottom. Basically, I'm sealed off. This one's not going to be all black, just because I don't like to be in all black. Fair enough. Right? So Cheryl, can you verify that I'm in? And show the bottom. There's the filter.
Yep.
We're sealed on the cheeks.
Yep.
All right, can you just put one, and I'm assuming everybody's facing this way, right?
Correct.
I'm gonna do my best just to hold it in front of me, but I do want to hold it. Is this water?
Yeah. Let's go.
Woo! Is it water again? Hold on. Is this a plus? Plus. Not plus. Hold on. Let's see here. Water for sure. All right, set of three. Set of three. I just need some more. Come on. Square right away. Is this a normal?
All of them are normal.
Star?
Yeah.
One more.
Okay.
Circle for sure. So once again, guys, we're sealed in. It's all painted in. I can put it up to the light. Just they are what they are, right? They're blackout masks.
You missed this one, but you should explain how things come in. Like,
So when I try to do these precog things, I'm really seeing shapes and colors and emotions, guys. And so they don't always come in clear. With those, I was specifically with these three, I get these confused a lot because of the points and the angles, right? I just wanted to give a demonstration of what Mindsight is. We also do demonstrations where I can do colors very quickly. We actually did that in Psi Games. That's my shout out, my hands were not fast enough, Austin. But I just wanted to do a really quick demonstration of Mindsight and explain why I've made these masks. I want that one out. And what their purpose are. And just to say once again, I'm using these to train. They are art pieces, so just they're collectible. I've signed them. I've signed the boxes. I've tried to make them as personable as I can. And if you buy one, I wrap them up. I want you guys to have the unboxing experience, but they're just really important to me. And I think, if you're one of these people that wants to keep progressing, I believe the blindfold's a good way to get into it. But once you start getting into it and you get to the point where you can start getting it regularly, jump into one of the masks, jump into the Batman mask, and that's when you start to get real into training. That being said, guys, the most fun thing we can do tonight is remote viewing. So, I think, am I hearing rain? Or am I just hearing stuff? Not hearing rain.
No, the kids are running around.
I think let's do a physical, let's just do it like we've done it before. So let me explain to you what remote viewing is. So you guys go ahead and start writing down the coordinates, doing your thing. I'm gonna explain what the three different things we are doing. So guys, remote viewing is probably the most elite thing and also the most scientifically tested thing in terms of these psi abilities, right? Remote viewing is the ability to be able to either see or feel or basically be in a separate location than where you're really at. I've kind of talked about this before, but what we're going to be doing is basically doing our best to visualize these coordinates. If anybody does actually memorize coordinates and you know the answer, please don't tell anybody. I don't think there's very many people that do that, but if you are that individual, don't tell anybody. What's going to happen is Brandy and Cheryl are coming up with a certain location. So this is an actual location on the map. They're going to give you the coordinates. What you're going to be doing is I'm going to be explaining to you guys how to set up your remote viewing board. I just realized my thing's off, but I'll just talk through it. I don't even care. So guys, up in the right-hand corner, I just want you to write your name. Just write your name. Doesn't have to be anything special. Today's date. If you were wanting to do a formal remote viewing, you would just want to know what day this happened, who it was, and all that kind of stuff. Once again, it does not have to be hardcore. If you guys don't want to put your name, it's going to get erased anyways. I'm just trying to get you guys a setup of how to do it. Next thing I want you to do underneath that, where you've written your name and then you've written your date, I want you guys to write down anything that might be bothering you. If there's anything on your mind, if it was getting to work this morning, if it was, you know, it's Saturday. I mean, I don't know. Some of us work on Saturday. I don't know what's going wrong in my life right now. There's not a whole lot. Man, weeds suck. Cheryl, if you could write down underneath my name and number, or my name and date, if you could write down weeds, I'm just joking. Pulling weeds was really sucky. We have a long ass road that's like a path, kind of like Dave and Kari, and pulling weeds on that thing sucks. So what you're going to write down is just, once again, as you write it down, you're going to kind of let it go. You're putting it in that little box in the corner. You're not worried about it. The next thing I want you guys to do is, let's say you're in a location, you're trying to visualize yourself in a location, and you're like, man, it feels like I'm at the Eiffel Tower. I see this big metal structure. That's a no-no. That's called analytical overlay. What I want you guys to do is use more descriptions. I want you to use the way you're feeling. If you're feeling a tactile, like squishy, hard, smooth, feels leathery. I smell the rain coming, or I smell a farm. Visuals, descriptions. Try to not do this, what we would call analytical overlay, where you're labeling things. Labels may take you off track to what you may actually be trying to sense, right? I will also tell you guys, we're just going to use generic. We could have very elaborate target numbers that mean something. And then the last thing I'll say, guys, is as you're kind of writing down these descriptions of what you're seeing, feeling, tactile, smelling, write down any impressions of anything that you guys see. And so don't think about what you're drawing, but like shapes. You can write down colors. Once again, you're just describing what you're feeling, right? So what we're going to do is, Cheryl, maybe just go ahead and that same one that had the breathing, if you want to start a 4-minute timer. All right, guys. So once again, Brandy, if you will read out the coordinates.
Yep. 37.8197 degrees north, 122.4786 degrees west.
Guys, we're going to give you 4 minutes. Close your eyes. Try to picture yourself in this location. Don't analyze what comes. Use taste, colors, smells, descriptions, drawings, anything that you want to write down. We're going to start going in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and start putting your last impressions, feelings, emotions, colors, shapes, smells, drawings. All right, guys, we're gonna stop it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. All right, guys, so just so everyone knows, in a real remote viewing, we would actually collect all of your papers. We would then have a person that then does their own style of analyzation to grade them. That's not how we're gonna do it today. I just want all of you to have some fun, and you guys will actually get to know the target. We actually would not give you that feedback loop if we were doing this in a professional remote viewing, but we are going to tell you what that landmark is. And Cheryl, if you could open up one more thing and maybe even show the landmark, let everybody to give it. Yep. So Cheryl, before you type it in, let's hear some impressions from folks. Dude, Mr. Garrity, I'm looking at you. Did you write something, Mr. Garrity? Yeah. It's all good. If somebody share it.
Write down, what were your impressions?
My impressions, I was thinking mountains and some trees, but then I was thinking more like red rocks and things like that, you know, like an amphitheater type thing, music.
Okay, so you're red, rocks, mountains, trees, okay?
Who else wants to go?
I said hills, green, cold water, rocky.
Kind of that same similar thing. Anybody else want to go? Similar?
It was red, oranges, sort of like I drew something that looks sort of like mountainy stuff.
Go to Google search.
Feels like nature.
No, I'm gonna start.
Okay. Does anybody else have any things that they want to share? Oh,
Now it does. Golden Gate Bridge.
Golden Gate Bridge. I guess it's red. Hold on. Let's analyze this. Let's analyze this. We've got hills and rocky and red. Greens and blues. Mr. Garrity, you did an amazing job. So guys, I just want to do one more. I want to do a more traditional style. Cheryl went into the back, and we actually have a preloaded envelope. So we're going to do the exact same thing, guys. We're going to use that exact same 4-minute timer. I just want to show you guys another way to do remote viewing. Inside this envelope is a sheet of paper. On this sheet of paper, there could be images, words. It could be anything that's really could be on this sheet of paper. I want you guys, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're trying to be in the moment of what's on this paper, whether it's visualizing it, being in that location, coming up with the most accurate depiction of what is inside this envelope. Guys, for this one, I do want you to write underneath your name and whatever else is bothering you. I want you to write target number. You can just do a T number sign, like T hashtag. This one is 7388-1520. Once again, this target number is T388-1520. We're going to use that same 4-minute timer. Cheryl?
You want to explain a target number is not latitude, longitude. That has nothing.
Tell them, Cheryl.
That is not like what we just did. So that target number is just like a focal point. It does not mean it's like latitude, longitude.
By giving this envelope's target basically a quantum number, we're giving you guys a way to access what's inside of it by giving you this target number that should quantumly or psychically connect you to what's inside this. We're giving you the key, or at least showing you where the lock is. So once again, we're going to use that same 4-minute timer. Go ahead and start in 3, 2, 1. Once again, we're trying to visualize what's inside this envelope. We might try to be in that moment of that location. Maybe we're trying to decipher what could be the emotions of the text that could be in it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Does anyone want to give a description of what they were feeling, seeing?
Deborah, come on.
I don't know.
You don't have to be right or wrong.
Colors, feelings.
I'm seeing it's like gray. I think it's like a gray or white, black and white. And I'm seeing some kind of skeleton.
White, black, X-ray looking.
Yeah, white and black.
The big moment of reveal. Cheryl, the package has been opened. What is inside? Is it a dirt bike? Oh.
I literally put down ATV, dirt, automotive.
Okay,
Dude.
look, on the back there's something else, a little picture of something.
Let's see what it is. On the back is a 4-wheeler, a little go-kart. Here, show Justin in both sides of it. You did get the black and white part. That's pretty cool. I did not know you were gonna pick a dirt bike. That's fun.
You gave me a dirt bike magazine.
Well, I gave you multiple choices. There was a dirt bike magazine.
She's like, here's a bunch of loose-leaf dirt bikes and then a whole dirt bike magazine. Nice job.
So guys, one thing I want to say about remote viewing as well is we do use target boxes. We'll have people hide things in boxes to have people guess what's inside the boxes by remote viewing. We do AI images as well, so images that are not images, so we tell the computer to make an image, and it randomly generates everything from skiers and boxers to eight-eyed piranhas to things that are just very abstract. I did want to say one more thing, guys. Shout out to Justin for making these amazing shirts. Before I forget to say this, these shirts are going to actually be for sale without the staff on the back, but we will have these for sale. Talk to us afterwards about how everybody can kind of get a hold of these guys. I just want to make sure I said all that before I forget. They are pretty cool. That's what I'm going to say. They're definitely official. So guys, I've got 2 more things I wanted to do. I think I've only got time for 1. So if anybody wants to come up afterwards, you can always do it. We were going to do dowsing. I have big dowsing, little dowsing, big cups, little cups. Basically, it would be anywhere from 3 to 9 cups, anywhere from 1 to 3 targets. Anybody can come up and ask to use any of our dowsing stuff. We use pendulums and dowsing rods, our hands. One thing I've never shown here before is what I'm now sponsored by with what's called an Egely wheel. And so if you guys want to take this guy around, maybe... So...
Pronounced Egely.
I've
been saying it wrong the whole time, apparently.
So I've heard Egely, I've heard Egely, Egely. We got told from the marketing person it's Egely. So that's how Egely. Yeah, Egely. So that's how I'm framing it from now on. So I just want everyone to see. So the one that she's going to be taking around is the non-electronic version. Basically, what they are there these devices that are used to measure macro PK or psychokinesis or telekinesis. Basically what they are, there's these really sensitive, very low friction bearings that hold on this like propeller thing. And so once again, it's easier to see it in description, to see it in person, than to have the one up here. The one I have up here is actually connected to the internet. I actually give classes on these things. It actually hooks up to your Wi-Fi. I have an alien on mine, but basically it comes in its own box. You hook it to the internet. Everybody can see it around the world, or you can share it with nobody. You get live feed outs. This one will actually come with lights and sound as well. So we're gonna go ahead and put this guy in here. And so the point of putting it inside this whole like rigmarole thing we have here, and we're gonna let it settle in there for a minute before I start to do anything with it. Let me turn it on, actually. So I don't know if you guys could all hear, but it cycles through the lights, makes this kind of like beeping noise at the end. You know, one of the things that I've been able to show is that I'm just gonna come out here. I don't wanna be behind this big old thing when I talk about this stuff, because this is probably the most hard stuff. One of the things that I've been able to show that's pretty unique to me is that I'm able to influence random number generators. I've shown it in Vegas. I've shown it at the Psi Games now. I show it with this thing called the Weirdoscope, which is from this company called Weird Technologies in England, who make this double random number generator. And if you can get both the random number generators to match each other, it creates these patterns and colors. But basically it's showing that you can have that connection with electronics, right? That you can have these kind of energy poles of positive and negative magnetic or electric current between your body, right? Really showing what Reiki is, really showing that, you know, your body has this charge to it. So the way that they've been having a gamified version of this is with the Egely wheel. And so the reason I put it inside this environment here is I just want to show everybody that there's no air. There's nothing that's going to be affecting this other than maybe my mind and my soul, my heart. I just want to give a big shout out to Axel, although he's nowhere around here. At the Psi Games, he was cheering so hard for me during this event. It made me cry in front of everybody. That emotion in that moment pretty much, I won't say I crushed it, but I crushed it in comparison to a lot of the other folks that weren't able to have the results that I was able to have. Once again, I have no idea exactly how this is going to go. This is all heartfelt, so I'm in a good space. So I think this is going to work. What I'm going to be doing is kind of lackluster in terms of this visual presentation. I'm going to make this wheel spin with just my hands. You'll kind of get a better view of it on the camera. But really, guys, this is kind of the most unique thing that I would say I'm capable of, even more than the Mindsight, is really creating this positive and negative charge or magnetic pull in my hands. Also being able to kind of use what I would call my own EMF to affect random number generators. And so, just as a side note, just because we've got the video cameras and this is going to be our finale, I am going to do 2 other things here because I'm a weirdo and I, of course, have this stuff on me. So I have these 2 EMF detectors because everybody carries EMF detectors on them. We're going to put these in here too and just see if we get any results with these guys as we go in. I am moving my hands just a little bit, so I'm going to, before I start going on this thing, I'm going to kind of let this all settle. So we'll kind of let this settle before I get going here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to position our hands in a way that helps kind of this like magnetic flow have a little bit of current. And so what it does is it catches these propellers on the inside of the Egely wheel. And so you can use that to then create these kind of different currents with your hand that then can make it change direction, can help, I'm going to try to get to go the other way here without moving my hands too much so people don't think it's wind. There we go. EMF detector's going off a little bit here, but we're kind of losing our current. Brandy, I know. Somebody cheer for me a little bit. Let's see if we can get this thing going. All right.
Axel, come on, you gotta come cheer your dad on. He's going. Your dad help dad with his psychokinesis. Okay.
Come on, Dad!
Woo!
Defend that title, dude. Come on, let's go. You've been working 7 days a week for this. You should be able to do it. Come on.
Dude, believe it or not, it's actually spinning more the more you're doing. It really is. It's pretty funny.
Keep going, baby.
So basically, I'm not going to take up all the time here because it's kind of lackluster. But if anybody wants to come up and play with it too, I encourage you all to do that. Once again, I'm not trying to be weird or elusive. But basically what we did is we did this inside of an environment where they actually used these big rubber gloves that sealed around you. Your hands were actually still out. But instead of it being like this kind of more flimsy version, it was actually a sealed lab. So you could actually break a virus inside and it would actually be contained in, as well as being sealed and taped. So there was 0 air in there. And I can tell you, on that spot, on that moment, I got it to do everything I needed to do, more than I needed it to do, as well as then we did a thing through Social RV where we depixelated a picture using those random number generators. So that was kind of a lackluster way to end it, but it's also probably the most intense thing I do, believe it or not. It's probably the most unique thing. The last thing I wanted to end on, guys, is I encourage everybody to go to the Psi Games online. Once again, that's the psigamesonline.com. It's basically this way to do these free psychic trainings. You can see your results. You can put yourself up against other people around the world. It's actually the top rankers are actually the way that you would potentially test into the Psi Games now. So I'll have this out if anybody wants to take a look at any of that stuff. I am selling the Monstrous Nightmare Mindsight mask as well as the glasses. I have a few posters that have been signed by my crew. I'm sure Justin and David and Kari would love to sign them as well. Thank you guys all so much for coming out from the bottom of our hearts. From Justin, from Dave and Kari, from Colorado Stargazing 369, and Lights Over Loveland, and the 2-time reigning champion of the Psi Games, Monstrous Nightmare with Consciousness Connection and Training. I just wanted to say thank you to all, and I hope that we're going to get this clearing. Everybody put your good vibes out to that big old blank sky. It's clearing up. We're going to get it. And I encourage you guys to have some food, and let's have the rest of a great night. Peace. You.
Yes, they are.
That was before, because I knew
Have you had anybody sign up to do trainings?
We have. We've had a few folks. We actually do kind of a group training on Wednesdays. And I haven't had a whole lot for individual trainers. Oh, no longer Wednesdays. It's going to be Tuesdays. But. charge on the EMF meter.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah. Get it.
Get it, girl. Look at the EMF meter.
Yeah, that thing's lighting up.
See, it just means you Psi Games 2027, dude. You are thinking of this moment, you have a feeling it was this moment where you guys were just in this perfect moment, you're getting it a little further. Lane, tell your mom about your favorite moment that you had with her. Or even just a moment, something you appreciate about her.
You're loving and kind.
And then you won't touch the white part, but you put your hands around it. Try to feel the mystery. Yep, just like that.
Alright, everybody, we're moving out. We're gonna use some Reiki.
And then you can like move your fingers, not like big movements because you don't want wind.
That's very close, and it's a red.
Thank you, Kari, Dave, Justin. I'm really excited to be here. I met them last year at these events. My husband and I have been documenting the phenomenon for about 2 years, and that's really what led me to start working with energy and opened up my consciousness and my curiosity. And so I think Reiki is a really good practice because you're connecting with life force energy. We all have that capability to do so, but as a practitioner, you're attuned to a certain frequency, so that way when you're working on somebody, it's actually they're receiving healing through my hands. I'm also attuned to angelic Reiki, and I also do some intuitive work. So, so Reiki, the first part of Reiki means universal, and the second part is Ki, which is Chi, life force energy. So it's universal life force energy. It was created in Japan in 1922 by Sensei Mikao Sui. He went on a 21-day period of fasting and meditation, and by the 21st day, he was feeling close to death, pretty much. And he had a spiritual experience similar to what we experience, light in the sky, and realized that he had this healing ability. He then started teaching his students, and it finally made its way to the Western world. It can assist with, first, has anybody had experience with Reiki? Yep. Did you like it? Yeah, okay. So it can help with nervous system regulation, trauma recovery, emotional release. Pretty much you can do anything with Reiki. It's not limited to time or space. You could do it virtually through distance, so there really is no face-to-face interaction required. You can also infuse Reiki in objects. You can send Reiki to certain situations, to past situations, to current situations, emotions, people, illness. Currently, right now, there's actually a research going on in Houston, Texas regarding pancreatic cancer cells. And they did a placebo group with the cells and a non-placebo group. And it shows that Reiki actually does change the growth of the cells and prevents invasion. So that's really cool. I would love to bring somebody up here if they're willing to, or Kari. Yeah. No.
Right here? Come on up.
Do you want this music on? Yeah, you could turn that off. And I'll do without this.
Okay, guys.
Okay. So I'm just a conduit. I'm a channel. I feel much better without that. I'm just a channel. So I am not the healer. I'm energy's going through me. So everybody experiences Reiki differently. You might feel some buzzing, some pressure, some warmth, or you might feel nothing at all. There's no wrong experience. And what normally I would do is I would work through the chakras from the crown down to the root. How do you feel? Do you feel anything? I feel warm. You feel warmth? Okay. And so it also can be used for physical ailments, back pain. So we all actually have the intuitive ability to put our hands on a certain area when we have a headache, stomach ache, back pain. We put our hands there. So you can actually channel your own energy and potentially with intention and thought, heal yourself. And so normally I would do like an aura sweep, biofilled. And in a longer session, like I said, I would work through the chakras. Third eye, so crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, and root. Okay, I'll let you go sit down now. How do you feel?
Feel pretty good, actually.
Yeah?
Thank
Okay,
you.
good. So we're constantly taking energy in from our environment because we have this biofield, this toroidal field, our aura around us. So in a setting like this, everyone's feeling good, everyone's happy. You might not feel that way all the time. In an overstimulating environment with lots of people, concerts, crowded grocery store, you may not always feel good when you leave those environments. So a good way to practice kind of grounding into your energy. So again, since we're always taking in stuff through our environment, Kari had suggested for me to give you guys examples or ways that you can kind of ground into your energy. So if you feel like it, if you want to, you can close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And just kind of put your awareness on the top of your head, which is your crown. And then as you release, just imagine any energy that you don't want, that's not yours, that's not serving you, just releasing. And then you can also do a body scan on yourself, kind of starting from your crown down through your chakras, down your torso, and just washing away the day. And I like to do that before bed or after a busy day. You can really do that anytime. There's also a practice that you do in Reiki where you're actually sweeping the energy off of your body, down your arms, down your torso, and down your legs. And that's because we have these toroidal fields around us, we're constantly sucking in things. It's just a good way to intentionally wipe all of that stress away. Another good way to do that is actually in the shower because there's so many magical properties with water. And then just grounding in that energy. Another practice that you could do is biofilled breathing, where you're breathing in from your belly and holding it all the way up at the top of your head. And then imagining it coming out your crown, filtering back down so you're releasing negative, stale energy, and it's circulating back up through the bottom of your feet with new, clean energy. And that's essentially how our toroidal fields and biofields work. So Reiki assists with the energy around you. Like I said, I'm not a healer. I just hold space. I channel the energy. I'm just the conduit for it. But it's really your journey that's taking you there. I am here for questions. If anybody has questions now, or if anybody would like to experience Reiki, I will be here for the rest of the night. And thank you guys so much.
All right, hey everyone, it's Justin. I just wanted to talk you guys through my process of connecting with the phenomenon in case anyone's unfamiliar with it. But my process is really focused on gratitude. Do you want the mic? No, that's fine. So when I go outside, I basically say the equivalent of a gratitude prayer. I don't like to put labels on anything. I'm not religious or anything like that. So for me, it's really just going out and connecting and going through everything I'm grateful for in my day. So first off, you can use the word God or spirit, whatever word works good for you, source, universe, creator, but I usually kind of just go through and be like, God, Holy Spirit, thank you so much for today. Thank you so much for bringing us all together so we can all experience this as a community. Thank you so much for allowing us the opportunity to grow and improve. And just thank you so much for everything that we have, the path that we're on, and the opportunities that are coming our way. And then I kind of just invite the phenomenon. I ask, if it be your will, we would love to connect with your phenomenon up in the sky. And I would really love to document the phenomenon. So if you could please show up where the cameras are pointed, that'd be really great. As silly as that sounds, it seems to work. So I think our words are really powerful. So if you're feeling called to say something out loud, do it. We had an experience out here in October last year that was really powerful for me, where we had a family come up from Colorado Springs, and the night started off at twilight. We saw these two objects flying across the sky right here, really fast, side by side. And my camera just could not pick it up because it wasn't quite dark enough. An hour later, I was standing behind my camera, and for some reason, I said out loud, I was thinking about the two orbs side by side, and I was like, man, I really want to see two side by side like we saw to start out the night. And then I, for some reason, said, I will speak into existence. There will be two side by side. And 45 seconds later, we had these two huge objects that appeared over in like this area of the sky. And they just sat there, let everyone that was there be able to see it and experience it. I have it all on video. It's on that video, the phenomenon I was talking about, with no cuts, completely raw footage you can see for yourself. But it really feels like this connection with connecting with a piece of something. It's like a piece of yourself. It's really going within and connecting to your heart. And that's how this experience has worked for me. So I just like to give thanks, and hopefully we'll see some really cool things tonight since we got this incredible view right now. So that's all I got. Yeah.